Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Can you hear me now? There we go. Okay. Sorry. Hello. Good morning. Way too early. Ugh. Back to work. Back to school. You can hear me now. Okay, perfect. Oh, what a day. What a day. Are y'all ready? Okay. We got a lot to talk about. Back to reality. Exactly, one hell of a night. So hopefully my connection's good. I'm at work. I'm in kind of like a corner in the very back. So anywho, I look cold. No, I'm not cold. It's actually warm here. I don't even know what's wrong. It's like 60 some degrees. Oh, Georgia girl, welcome. Welcome, Georgia girl. Let's wait for a few more people to get in here before we get started. My mind last night was reeling, thinking about if when allegedly he goes to court, and we're going to go over it, of what the things he can potentially say. He was prepared for everything. And I mean everything. I think couldn't sleep. Lindsay, I'm like a mile and a half from Virginia. So we're going to talk about that. 3 o'clock, the cameras are supposed to kick on. I think the court is supposed to happen at 3:30. I am going to try to be home at 3:30, which is when the court's supposed to start. If I am home by 3:30, I'm going to slide right into the house and turn it on. Now, they can literally and probably will take him today to Idaho. So Yes. So, he's not planning on fighting it or anything like that. Now, the Bryan Kohberger was trying to commit the perfect crime, says forensic psychiatrist. And I believe that. I think he really planned out everything. If this happens, here's an avenue. If this happens, here's an avenue. Thank you, Wanda. Mwah! Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it because January is our hardest month on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Now let's get to it. Thank you, my love. I do appreciate it. I don't have my soundboard or anything right now. Oh, nope. It's not what I wanted. Okay. First, we're going to talk about different stuff. All right. This was from Lillian London. Well, can Bryan Christopher Kohberger simply say he didn't report the vehicle as it is model 2015 and not the model 2011 to 2013? That is true. The model of Bryan Kohberger's Elantra is a 2015. I think in a lovingly way, they had us on a kind of a goose chase, but I understand because this person was already in, he was studying, criminal. So, I do think that they did it for the best reasons. I believe that they knew it was a 2015, not a 2011 to 2013, just to kind of make Bryan uncomfortable, but not like too crazy. He failed his dissertation. If this was his real life way of him going about things, he deserves all coming to him. Which dissertation did he fail? Because from what I have understood, he was taking an advanced course, an advanced criteria or whatever in criminal justice. So I don't know. Wait, come on, man. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about the knife. The knife. This is the person, I believe, who sold it. And I'll show you some photos in a minute. It's legit. You can see my Facebook Marketplace account. I've been selling for years. He drove from PA to get this knife for $350. It's rare and discontinued. Knife meant for cutting skin. From what I remember, dude was nice. He was with another guy who sat in the car. I wonder if it was his dad or something. Or what he said, an older man. I don't know. Flipped open the knife. I told him you can use a zip tie as an immersion wave for it. He paid me the money and drove off. This was in October. Let me show you something in a minute. Okay. This is the alleged murder weapon. Now, a couple things I want to say. You remember that video of the reflection of the guy that a lot of people thought was Bryan. It is not allegedly him. And I'll show you here in a little bit. So there's that. But look at this knife. Now, I do believe the guy, the inside looking or outside looking, is Bryan, in my opinion, from Reddit. He actually said it was a serrated knife, and it's serrated on top. They got Generation G matched it with him. Yes, that is correct. So this knife, I personally believe that he picked a special knife. Justin, a woman in this area went missing. He may have gone to this festival on his birthday. Same type of holiday weekend as Idaho. So much info. I emailed you. Okay, thank you, Megan. Thanks, Meg. But look at this. I mean, it's like serrated on top and it's curved. And then you see the bar here that stops, right? And obviously, this would do a damage from both sides, meaning it literally cuts from both sides. Terrifying, yes. BTK's son is named Bryan. Wow. I think it's important to find out who was in the car with him. Yeah, I agree. But in my opinion, if he paid $350 for a knife that's discontinued, this was meant for something special, right? This was not just pull the steak knife out of the drawer. When there is a knife, of course, everyone says it's personal. Yes, it is personal. But not only personal, it's way more painful. I gotta find out the county and stuff, but I requested FOIAs for when they release the probable cause and stuff, which as soon as he gets in as soon as he gets in Idaho. My mind's blank right now. Is that kind of a survival hunting knife? Well, Kentucky girl, this guy that sold it to him, he says, it's legit. You can see my Facebook marketplace. I've been selling for years. He drove from PA to get this knife for $350. It's rare, discontinued knife meant for cutting skin. From what I remember, dude was nice. He was with another guy who sat in the car. Flipped open the knife. I told him that you can use a zip tie as an immersion wave for it. I don't know what that means. He paid me the money and drove off. This was in October. This is my question. If that was October, he moved in July to Idaho. Did he go back? He drove from PA. I don't know what state this is in that he got it from. Limited edition. I bet he kept it somewhere. Almost it's designed for less slippage and not cutting himself up. Yes, but I also believe he used that tape, the non-slip tape. Oh, thank you, Anna. And why did he say flipped open the knife? Good question. Good question. But you're not going to pay $350 for a special knife. And also, which I'm sure that FBI, everyone has already been in contact with this guy who sold him the knife. So they can, say identify and see, the manufacturer and when he bought it and all that. But he's going to, they're going to ask him a lot of things. And if Bryan doesn't have this knife and he actually bought it from this person here, allegedly, well, where is it, Bryan? Did you sell it? They're going to ask him, well, what did you do with it? Or they're going to ask his attorney, what did you do with it? Oh, you sold it? Oh, who did you sell it to? Oh, you lost it? Well, where did you lose it? When did you lose it? How did you lose it? And it's convenient that you lost it, right? People say pay a lot for money for knives. Yeah, absolutely. But for this, it cuts from both sides. Extraordinarily painful. Very sharp on the knife cutting side. And then it's got serrated teeth, which is exactly what the man said on Reddit. Interesting, huh? All right. Now, I thought this was interesting as well. Speculation killer went into Ethan Xana's room, Maddie Kaylee's room, and this is inside looking. Someone put sources, and then another person put, have you ever considered sources and backing up your rumors or speculation with fact, or is that less fun for you? And someone says, I have so many questions for you, like so many. Damn, you were a bitch to find. To the moderators, I think it's BS. You detour people. I think he means deter people that just joined from being able to comment, especially if it could help find the perpetrator. I bet they would have a newly created account. And then Inside Looking says, feel free to PM me. Who is this Amber Sky Dawn? And did this person know Inside Looking, or is that just a game he was playing? University of Idaho Murders on Reddit poster says they are his neighbors, and he was there at the apartment school the entire time, only left at winter break like everyone else. So we know that Bryan After committing the murders, he did still work in Washington at the school. He was 7 freaking miles away from the house the entire time, all these weeks, until approximately December 18th. Then he goes across the country in a Hyundai, a white Hyundai. Now people's like, well, he's crazy because, he's got, he's driving in the white Hyundai, the murder weapon like that. I'm like, well, they said 2011, to 2011 or 2013, and Bryan's was a 2015, so everyone would have been like, nope, that's not it. So he was just sitting there freely by, and we know that he was in the school there, and they were talking about the killings and all that. And this is the neighbor. It says, I saw his Elantra. I live in these apartments currently. I was here until winter break when it disappeared. I thought it might have been cleared by the police. Oh my God, this is wild. So he didn't just leave town November. What the F? Yep, he was definitely here well after they announced the search for the Elantra. When did winter break start? Winter break started December 19th officially, but lots of students leave the week before. We know that Bryan left, I believe, the 18th. Did you report it? The neighbor, or someone asked the neighbor, did you report it? No. And I lived with that guilt for a while. That's so crazy that you're his neighbor. Do you know anything about him, or like any encounters, if you're comfortable with sharing? Hold on. And he just put things for all the info. Interesting. So yeah, the one neighbor did not share anything at all. Hyundai Elantras have same body style from 2010 to 2015, 2011 to 2013 still equals 2015. I thought it was different because I was looking 2011 Hyundai Elantra. Okay. Here's the 2011 Hyundai Elantra. Right? And check 2015. No, it's still 2011. Hold on. Why is it not working? The other thing I noticed is it depends like on if you had like, I don't know if it's like the sporty version of it. The grill is a little different on one of them, but that's the only thing I noticed. But still, people are, I mean, there has to be some difference because otherwise, the police would have said 2011 to 2015. That is true. Bryan is only a suspect. He is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, we are not here to say that he is guilty or anything. That is up for courts to judge and a jury to figure that out. However, we will share hypotheses together and talk about what has happened and our opinions based upon what we know as fact currently. So, prosecutor pleads for more tips. Now, the prosecutor said investigators were still in need of more information and pleaded with Idaho residents to come forward with anything they knew about Bryan Kohberger. Quote, "This is not the end of the investigation," Thomas said. "In fact, it's just the beginning. If anyone knows anything, please, whether it may be you think it's so insignificant, the only thing that you have to do is either, call them, email them, or do whatever, but make sure you do it. It can be something so insignificant that can really change things around. Yes, if you are stating your opinion in here, please use IMO or write "in my opinion," or you can abbreviate it IMO or allegedly. It's very important we do that because we don't want to, uh, you know, facts, is a really a major thing, right? And we don't want to be any source of misinformation at all. So just please write whether it's your opinion or allegedly is very important. I thought this was interesting. Consumers may be unaware that automakers and original equipment manufacturers, also known as OEMs, often OEM really, often include sensors in vehicles, parts that collect information such as their airbag and the seatbelt status, engine temperatures, and current location, and then transmit that information back to the automaker or the third parties. Okay. All right. Companies also purchase to obtain this data, repackage it, and then sell the data or product based on their own clients. That's how OnStar works as well, but more importantly, the car manufacturers want data. Data is money, data is power, and they want to know the health of the vehicle, everything, right? So vehicle telematics is data transmitted from the vehicle to the automaker or OEM through embedded communications systems in the car. The Ulysses document continues among the thousands of other data points. Vehicles' location data is transmitted on a constant and near real-time basis, very important, while the vehicle is operating. That is credit G's on Twitter. Listen, there is no privacy anymore. If you are on any form of modern day car, your phone, anything, you are being watched. I guarantee you. Another thing that I was thinking about is, did any of the Idaho 4 have an Alexa, a Google thingy? I don't know what it is. The Google's called. because it's technically always listening unless it's on mute. And, in the privacy, uh, it can send little bits of information of your conversation back to Google, back to Amazon, or anything like that. And it could have heard conversations that happened the day of the murders as well. Now, allegedly, I don't remember if it was, I think it might have been Maddie. One of them had a Fitbit, an iWatch. Now, that obviously tells your heart. It tells your heartbeat. It can tell your blood pressure. It can tell if you fall suddenly, if you have been yanked, to the ground. And it can, say, hello, do you need me to call 911? But regardless, that is also a way that they can corroborate if she was wearing it, or one of them was wearing it, the actual time of death, literally to the second, more or less. Lex Luthor there made a separate entrance because a woman was violently assaulted. They basically had two separate booking areas that were converted. Visitation. Okay. Kaylee. Okay, it was Kaylee. I wasn't sure if it was Kaylee or Maddie. So, that is something that also could and may have actually helped authorities narrow down the time. Was, even what her mood was in, prior to her calling. Like, let's say, for instance, was her heart racing really fast when she was calling Jack? That may show some type of distress. Or was her blood pressure up at that time? That, or was she, was her heart rate at just a steady pace around the time her and Maddie were calling Jack? It's only a smartwatch. Notice how many times you talk about something or go somewhere and it suddenly shows up on your phone. That's exactly right, Jane. That's exactly right. Constantly, we are under surveillance, literally 24/7. 24/7. Now, I want you to look at this photo. Honest opinion. Do you think this could be Bryan? I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at him. This person is extremely thin, right? I would say he probably looks, closer to 6 feet, maybe. Yes, we need some more likes, people. Come on, come on. Like it, so let's see how many likes we got. Let's see how many likes we got. Likes we got. Likes we got. I have no idea. Customization. 10 minutes. There we go. We need more likes, more likes, more likes, more likes, please, so I can continue. We gotta like the V. We gotta like it. We got 1,215 in here and only 352 likes. Come on, let's get it up so I can talk. We got a lot to talk about. We've got to hit, like, it is so important, guys. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how important it is to just a like and a comment. I mean, honestly, like, it's so important. That's why we're like, it's not for like, you know, our ego or anything like that, but it's like really important for our channel. You know, I mean, we literally, you know, I mean, if you're in true crime, I mean, literally the last four videos I have done have got a copyright claim, which I made no money on advertisement, and that's literally half a penny on one ad, and that's if you watch it. So it's we're gonna like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, it gets us into the algorithm, and we got to have likes. Come on. Come on. Oops. 462. We got 1239. Thank you so much, worst prank caller. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, my dear. Good morning. How are you doing? Are you back to prank calling yet? Come on, we got a lot to talk about. Just hit that thumbs up. All you gotta do is X out the chat, hit the thumbs up, hit live chat again. That's it. Let's challenge. Let's issue a challenge. If we get the next 5 videos over 1,000 like, we have and issue a challenge for you. Perfect. Justin, how was Bryan in PA to buy that knife in October? Was he not in Washington at school? Good question. I don't know. This is the thing. I don't think he didn't buy the knife in Pennsylvania. I don't know what state he bought it in. Why is there 2 chats? I don't know what you mean. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you. It doesn't, I mean, according to this person who allegedly sold it to him, it wasn't shipped. 123 to go. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I don't know what you meant by 2 chats. So, what do y'all think? Do you think it's him? Oh, there's a live chat and a top chat. You want to be in live chat, if that's what you mean. Top chat is it's your potentially inappropriate comments can be deleted, and it's not by mods or anything. YouTube does it. So, Save, thank you so much. Or Sav. Is it Sav? Is that how you pronounce? Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. That is a great way to support us, is just becoming a member. It's like a few bucks a month, and it does a tremendous amount for us. Thank you so much, Mandy. Thank you for all your hard work, Justin and mods. God bless you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So we have some more photos, and we're going to talk more. I don't know if it's him. I don't feel like it is, to be honest with you, but let's see here. Okay, well, Shrimpy, you know what? I have 1,271 in here, and you don't. So, how about that? Thanks. Nice to know you. Anywho, and I mean, if you're looking for a feel good, true crime isn't it. I'm just going to tell you. So, there's that. How about helping? You help people. I don't think it's him. I just really don't think it's him. Hoping 2023 will be better and I can become a member. Tracy, regardless of whether you become a member or not, I just hope it's better for you. Honest to God, I really just hope it's better for you. Yeah. Hi, Shrimpy. Nice. Take care, honey. God bless you. Everybody pray for Shrimpy. He, not a very enjoyable soul. Let's hope the heart lightens up a little bit. I mean, this kind of looks like him a little bit. Dogs and decor, yeah. I mean, he's got a big nose. But I really hope you see that crooked nose. I hope Ethan or one of the girls knocked. I wish this up here was this way and this down here was this way. I mean, it looked like an S. I wish is what it looked like. Voodoo Jim, thank you for your dedication in this case. I love this channel because it's like talking with a circle of friends. That's it. Thank you so much. And we are friends. You guys are friends and family. That's just the way it is. And I really believe people who are in true crime and care about people they don't know, just people they don't know, they genuinely care for humanity. And I appreciate people like that. So this says need to crash and rejuvenate, but this was from Wally Colt 2020. Credit goes to them on Twitter. Need to crash and rejuvenate, but one last unconfirmed report. All the pings around King Road were from outside of house. Killer left phone in car. Interestingly, there were pings from outside to a tree line that the accomplice nexus there out. That's out there. Good night, all. Now, here's 1122. Right, obviously, there's 1122. And it says it was in tree lines. Killer left the phone in car. Interesting, the pings were from outside and to a tree line. So I'm wondering, did he just park here on the side street? Or did he park up here? Up here and watch. That's what I would like to know. He was a wrestler and boxer for working out, in my opinion. What's that got to broke a few times? Wrecking. No, I'm just saying that if he got a broken nose, I hope it came from Ethan. I hope they knocked the crap out of him. I hope Ethan got his hands on him at least a couple good times. Yeah, he did take kickboxing. Hopefully it's not from boxing. Hopefully it's from Ethan or one of the girls. Thinking the tree line. I mean, do you think he... But how would he have... If he would have pulled up here... I mean, it was late and it was early in the, I don't know. It's just very interesting. Very interesting. Now, Kaylee's dad said there is a direct connection between Kaylee and Bryan, but he did not elaborate much more than that. Hopefully, his above statement will not jeopardize the case. We certainly do not want jurors to think that Bryan was allowed into the murder residence prior to the quadruple murders. Think about that. Think about that. This is what was kind of what was worrying me last night. I was thinking about all of this defense and stuff. And then I woke up this morning and I read this. Now, think about this. Kaylee's dad said there was a direct link between Kaylee and Bryan. We don't know that link. We don't know that link exactly. News Nation this morning said, Steve said they cannot find a connection. Okay, I hope. This is the thing. He may have pulled that back a little bit, and I would understand why, because we're going to talk about it, the reason why. Did you see the Pick Emma's video I told you about last night? I didn't understand what you meant, Thomas. Like, I think I looked, but I didn't really understand what you was talking about. I'm sorry. I see you okay? Is something wrong with I see you? Camille, was I see you okay? Yes. Stephers, exactly. No, he's not going to, I don't think he's going to be in the Pennsylvania. He's going to be in the hearings for in Idaho. Thank you, Tracy. I keep remembering what Steve Gunclave said, not his exact words, but he made reference that they fought like hell on the second floor. Oh, I pray Ethan and Xana that made sure to get the monster's DNA. Amen to that, Tracy. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to talk about that Trinity in just a second. Yes, it's still happening today. Yes, it sure is. Okay. So we certainly don't want jurors to think that Bryan was allowed into the murder residence prior to the quadruple murders, because this would place his DNA evidence in the house prior to the murders being committed. That could destroy the use of his DNA evidence being used for a conviction. So now the prosecutor must prove that Bryan was never allowed in the residence before these murders took place. We also don't want the jury to think that Kaylee and Bryan had some secret, amicable relationship with each other. That is simply not likely the case here. I'm sure the prosecutors will use Kaylee's father to elaborate on his statement regarding this in court. But the defense will try to twist the statements into something to benefit Bryan. Now let's talk about that. For instance, he can say he attended a party there if However, if they have a good amount of DNA, how does it explain that? Maybe his nose was broken, blood DNA. Maybe he just got a busted nose, So we got to be ready, and we have to be, in my opinion, I agree with the Moscow police, which they say we got our guy. They believe we got our guy, right? There's no way Kaylee would date him. Well, there's a difference in dating someone and going out on a date with someone. Like it could be a blind date. It could be, you met someone and, they kind of catfish you maybe, or, you. But this is the thing, what these defense attorneys do. Chihuahua Mama 3, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. What they do is they do twist your words, and it makes us, want to protect, them more, because you're like, why would you say that about, this person or this person or this person. So that's what worries me, is the upcoming, what all kind of craziness we are going to hear, because this is a extraordinarily high profile case. It did concern me that Moscow law enforcement did not say, quote, allegedly, etc., in regards to BK during their press conference. I hope just didn't hear that. Well, I mean, this is the thing. Now, the cops, they don't have to say allegedly, because they are the ones proving, the prosecutors and the cops are saying, hey, we believe we have enough evidence. We believe this guy is guilty. Now, they are the law. That's the difference. Now, you and I, we are not the law. We are civilians, and so we need to say allegedly, in my opinion, that kind of thing. But the cops and prosecutors, they don't have to say that. Prosecutors and police, they don't have to say, in my opinion. Just FYI. Because if they've had enough to charge, that is called reasonable, articulable suspicion, or probable cause, and then that leads them to an arrest. Can't wait to hear the evidence. Guys, with this case, we're going to get a lot of shocks. And let me tell you something. All eyes are going to be on Idaho for the next several months, not only with this case, but also the Lori, Chad, Vallow, Daybell trial, which it was supposed to take place in this month, actually, January 2023. I was supposed to be out in Idaho in January of this month, and she wasn't fit for trial again. Now she's back for trial. It's just been, I think Lori's just really trying to not face the music, to be honest with you. Discovery is going to be hard AF to hear, especially for the parents. Oh my God. Cammie, you are so right, girl. You are so right. I can't imagine. Oh my God, I don't know how the parents do it. I don't know how they do it. Don't matter, she will always be in jail. She's insane. I know that, but I think she just doesn't want to hear guilty. Lori Vallow, she's always got like, hi guys, she just murdered her kids, but she's ready for the ball. Always smiling. PhD classes only offer a few places. My son had to leave Washington for 3 years, but much cheaper, smaller town. AB PhD is 9 years. News said criminal justice thesis on getting away was with mass murder. Interesting. Okay, let's continue this because we got to continue the conversation. Here's another question of mine. This is a hypothesis and a questionnaire that I'm asking your opinion. Did, for instance, Bryan befriend one of the Idaho 4 victims' friends? Could he, Bryan, befriended one of the victim's friends in order to get closer to one of the victims? This is my question. Did Bryan ever attend any parties there at the house? As we have seen this with our own eyes, our own ears, many people we have seen in that house, they're like, please knock on the door. Open up, please. People come down and they say, who lives here? Who lives here? College people. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Hold on, let's see if we can find somebody that lives here. And then they close the door. This is all college students, with these parties. This is all college students. And they say, the owner's not, nobody, the people that own this house, none of them are here right now, but they're at another party. But here's the phone. So they call. No, he wasn't socially able to form relations like that, in my opinion. That may be true. It may be true. But we also do know that he tried to form relationships. And this is the other thing. Could he have came during a party for 5 minutes? It's enough to go in there to the house, take a picture. Quinny, you're funny. I do that all the time. I'm like watching 2 times speed to I believe he has a friend where Ethan was, because remember when the guy called into a channel and they say he thinks 10 guys were involved or whatever it was, it's that frat asking questions. I don't know. Interesting. This is my other thing. If he didn't show up during a party enough, because I believe he had this as planned out as and prepared as you could possibly be from what we know and what we have seen now at this point. But that even when you plan, nothing nothing ever turns out exactly what you had in mind, ever, right? But this is my other thing. We know that he was stalking the people in the home or around the home for at least the last 2 weeks. Thank you, Lizzie. Very kind of you. I see you's good. Okay. For at least the last 2 weeks. He knew when they were gone. I mean, obviously, there's cars in the driveway, nobody's home. He knows when people are gone and not gone and all of this. What if he broke into that home, allegedly, prior to the murders? To scope the place out. He could have went in the living room, picked up a Solo cup, stood in front of the good vibes wall, right? And pretended he was at the party. Oh, yeah, you want to see? Of course I've been to their house. Look, I've got pictures on my phone. I think he didn't mess with the 2 surviving girls on the bottom floor to make them terrified for the rest of their life. That's a torment toward the 2 girls. Wow. Interesting. BK is the same age as 28 as Bundy was when he committed his first attack. The victims was a young female, asleep in their room. I won't give details, but they are gruesome. Very true mega truth. I actually kind of talked about that yesterday. Survivor's guilt, yeah. In my opinion, he had a chance encounter recently with one of the girls and became infatuated. Vet girl, question. His accounts are not going to matter. The ones that are going to matter are the 2 remaining roommates. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Do we know, didn't he follow the girls for quite a while, even before he was technically living in Washington? So many similarities to Ted Bundy. Interesting. All right. Hold on one second. Need to check something. Okay. So these are all of the things that the killer on Reddit has talked about. A list that Xana and Ethan were first. These are all the things that, what is it, outside looking in or inside looking out? He says Xana and Ethan were first. That this person came in and out from the sliding door. Now he says the targets were Xana and Maddie only. That's weird to me. I feel like he's saying that to throw it off, but that's my opinion. He took the knife back with him and it didn't break. He has no cuts on him. He parked behind the house in the parking lot. Hold on. Inside looking, it creeps me out. Yes. He parked behind the house in the parking lot. He's tired of running from law enforcement. It's not fun. He said, technically, he said whoever is running from law enforcement, it gets exhausting. It's not fun. He was satisfied with the number 4. He says he confirmed that the blood was leaking outside and it was Xana's that he believes. That it was a single blade knife for all 4. He checked law enforcement's website if they have a point of interest or person of interest. Why didn't he have any wounds? Because the design prevents it. He said the design of the knife, or the person wore gloves, or I think he wore that tape that it's like a non-slip tape. I forget what it's called. It's a very awful, gruesome commercial. He said law enforcement took handle off sliding door for DNA, not him. Ethan found in bed, not sure before or after. He said everyone is capable of murder. Being convicted of murder is a separate thing. That the killer entered the sliding glass door at about 3:20 to 3:40. I think that's what it said. It happened after law enforcement was in the field with the drunk students. He did everything in, quote, discreet fashion. Kaylee was the last victim, allegedly. He did not find Xana's room by accident. Ethan was not in hallway, allegedly. Kaylee was never the target, allegedly, but says Xana and Maddie were allegedly the targets. He was very meticulous about his ways, yes. Oh, I thought I had it pulled up. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I had it pulled up. I forgot. You don't understand how to. This wasn't from Reddit, but did y'all see the press that was out in front of? Holy moly! Let me show you this. This was like at 6:15 this morning. They were getting ready. There's another one. I think it was oh, here it is. It's on Facebook. It was when the news was setting up this morning. Isn't he just appearing by Zoom?
Hey, folks, good morning from Stroudsburg, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. We'll get started here in just a second. We're outside the Monroe County Courthouse, and if you guys could just give me a heads up if the audio is working. I'm using my AirPod. We're just going to chat a bit about this extradition hearing happening today behind me at the courthouse, and what that might mean in this case of the murder of 4 Idaho college students and the Poconos man, 28 years old, accused in those killings. So happening today at this Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg will be the first preliminary court hearing in front of a judge. Bryan Kohberger will appear in person here, we are told, later this afternoon, and will likely waive his extradition back to Idaho. Of course, he was arrested here in the Poconos, where he is from and his family lives. And this morning there is a massive media presence from international and national outlets all over the country here, descended on Stroudsburg, PA, to attend this first hearing. So I'm going to walk over here, show you a bit about what's going on, and detail what's happening with the case this morning. So this extradition hearing will happen this afternoon. It is going to be the first time we will see Bryan Kohberger since his arrest. It's also the first step moving this case from here in the Poconos, where the arrest happened, back to Moscow, Idaho, where the killings of those 4 college students happened. And it is likely, according to his attorney, to the suspect's attorney, that he will waive an extradition hearing, meaning he would just be sent back to Idaho, likely in the coming days. So that hearing's happening today at 3 o'clock. And as you can see, a whole lot of attention focused on this little Poconos community in Stroudsburg, outside the Monroe County Courthouse. So we've been walking around just getting a sense of the community here. I can tell you that the court administrators on site have done a good job.
Question. Do y'all think this is big as Gabby Petito or not quite? or not near. I don't think it's as big as Gabby Petito, is it? I don't know. It's big. It's a big story.
This has gotten international
Yes,
attention
hell
from all
yes,
over the
yes.
world. This case has
Bigger,
captivated
much bigger.
people
I
who
don't know
are
if it's.
so concerned
I don't know
about
if
these
it's
killings of the
bigger.
4 Idaho college students who were stabbed to death in their beds in their off-campus housing in that town of the University of Idaho in Moscow. And then here is going to be the first step toward any semblance of justice in this case, as the suspect accused in those killings will make an appearance today. That's not going to happen until much later, 3 o'clock this afternoon,
It just didn't
3:30
go
this
on
afternoon.
his own.
So until then, it's just kind of a lot of waiting until he is transported from the
There was
county
both.
jail
They're
over
both
here to
Bryans,
the courthouse,
spelled
and
differently
then brought
though.
in front of a judge. Let me see if you free.
Yes, I am.
So as we mentioned, there are folks from all over the country who have come down to attend this hearing. This case has obviously gotten international
Me
attention.
too, Corky.
But much of that attention is focused on Idaho, and we have Bradley from Bradley Warren,
KHQ,
KHQ,
the NBC affiliate.
NBC affiliate.
We're based in Spokane, but our market covers Moscow and Pullman, so that's really where this is epicenter.
So you were sent down here to cover this specific hearing.
Yep.
But first, tell me just about how much this has consumed communities in Idaho, and really it's
and it spans even into Montana for us as well. And I think the big thing that we're seeing, what we felt for the last 51 days, is people have not known if they're sending their kids out. And this is a college town, but there are families that live there.
Right.
Are their kids going to come home? And I think I talked to a family on Friday who said to me, I feel like I can send my daughter to work now, and I'm not worried about what's going to happen. And that's the relief we're feeling, is that we didn't know what type of person was out there, and we didn't know if something was coming next, how planned it was, what kind of situation it could grow into. So there's a sense of relief right now for the Moscow Pullman area. There's also that sadness that we have to cope with. But I went to WCO. I was talking to a friend of mine who went to WCO, and what she said was, it feels different all the kids.
This is in Pennsylvania right here.
It feels like.
Do you think that surprised a lot of people, especially it was such a small community here in rural Pennsylvania?
Yeah, when we first got the information about this and it started building
I agree,
and growing,
lady.
I thought we were going to find someone. I was thinking it was me, older person who lived in the area.
Someone local.
Yeah, I didn't think that this was.
No, he does have ties nearby. Attended a school
so
nearby.
They're about 9 minutes away from each other.
Question: why didn't anybody think of the college that was 10 minutes away? I mean, someone did on Reddit. Someone's like, there's a college 10 minutes away. Why don't, people aren't talking about this? By the way, he was at the vigil in the Kitty Dome. I have the footage pics. I kept pointing him out on Bowling Buddy's channel, but nobody knew. Caitlin, I think it's the one I showed earlier, but we don't really know if that's him, though. Like, we can't 100% confirm it. I don't think.
Very normal if you live in.
I mean, if you have different pictures than I have, maybe.
It's not. There's not a huge. We're neighbors, so yes, you're correct. But it just, for a lot of people, there was this relief that this person isn't from our area.
And one of the things we could learn, if this extradition hearing is waived, that means he would be sent back to Idaho to face those murder charges, and then we could see some of the documentation that these prosecutors have, which they have not yet released, necessarily linking him to these 4 murders. So that is, I think, with a lot of people, that information is still yet to come out.
They will fly him 1,000%. 1,000%. Thank you, Hogwarts. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I've interviewed the chief several times. We're familiar with him. He doesn't talk to talk. So I would think if they're pulling the trigger on an arrest like this so far away from 2,500 miles from where we are, the information's solid enough that they're confident that he should come back and stand.
And I know he's got to get back on live TV in a second, so just last question for you, as somebody who flew all this way down here, just tell me about, that college campus. A lot of people can relate to having kids in college and sending them away.
Yes, he did. Why a lot of people You're right, Wanda.
To this case is because, those kids were so brutally murdered just being sent somewhere they're supposed to be safe. And,
well, and
they should, yes.
I went to WCO. I'm very familiar with Moscow. I've been live there in the morning at 3 a.m. and one time my mom said, "Be careful," and I thought, why do I need to be careful at Pullman?
Yeah.
So I think that for a lot of people, that's rattled that sense of security that we do have, because it's really just college students there.
Yeah.
So it's made people change their opinion, and it's changed the sense of safety we have.
All right, Bradley Warren from Nonstop Local out in Idaho and Washington
Yes.
State.
Nice to meet you.
Follow him on Twitter, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Bradley. Take care. Yeah, so one of many members of the media, journalists that have gathered here to get information about this case and to see if that extradition hearing will be waived. And if that happens, he will be sent out of the Poconos, his hometown, his home community. Raised in Albrightsville, Bryan Kohberger, but maybe waiving extradition out of here.
Oh, I haven't
in the
heard that,
coming hours.
Muggsy.
So we will have full details.
Has anybody heard that he has a phobia of flying? He's going to get over that real quick. Yes, they will fly him because it is a lot quicker, and B, it's less resources. Yeah, they they're gonna fly, promise. Man, people immediately say mad at Greek, but hold on. There were other cleaner vegan options in Pullman. Okay. Are you familiar, Jason, with the area? Buckle up, Bryan. Yeah. You're going to learn what turbulence is. I mean, just able to read my late statement regarding potential point of contact. I did not.
At 11 this morning, and then, of course, after the hearing. But appreciate you joining
Marshals
us this
in
morning
total,
for a very
yes.
busy Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, where this extradition hearing will happen about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
So that was them this morning, literally before sunrise. They were showing flash, so it lasts longer. Yeah. CR. I heard he said he had an alibi. Well, he says that he wants to get back so he can exonerate himself. I think he's had time to think, and I think that he had a plan for pretty much all avenues, at least in his mind. But, again, it just depends on the type of DNA they have. But the way it looks, from what we know now, they got him based on, genealogy DNA. So, we just don't know. But, they have, obviously, Idaho, Moscow says that they feel very confident in what they have. So that's, that's always a plus, right? Yeah, okay. Now where was I? I want to know if you guys have heard this, because I have not been able. Secondary source says Bryan Kohberger may have recorded some or all of his 4-part murderous assault on some kind of body camera, and that he has entrusted the memory card for his so far unnamed accessory. Working to verify this. If validated, this is damning evidence. Do you I mean, this would be if that would be true, this would be the biggest serial case of any lifetime. Any lifetime. See, I don't think this is true, though. I don't think it could be true. How would they know that? Bryan just tweeted. Okay, here, let's go to Bryan. We'll see what Bryan just said. Bryan Hinton. Oh my God!
How are you feeling? Are you ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. He looked.
Why did you do it?
No, I want. Damn it, I can't get it. My thing is pausing.
How are you feeling?
Why did you do it?
Are you ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
How are you feeling?
Why did you do
Are
it?
you ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
How are you feeling?
Why did you do
Are you
it?
ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
How are you feeling?
Why did you do
Are you
it?
ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it?
You know something? He looks more muscular than I thought. Hold on. What do y'all think? Why did you do it? Did anyone expect an answer? He grew out of his wimpy look. He looks skinny. His arms is. How bulletproof vest? Yeah. That's the same profile. He's so creepy. Keep in mind that he has a bulletproof vest on. That's true.
Why did you do it?
How are you feeling?
Why did you do
Are you
it?
ready to go to Idaho?
Why did you do it?
This is the most attention he's ever gotten in his life. Let me make sure there's no other tweets while I'm looking. Hold on one second, guys.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Holy shit. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm finding out anything, guys. Hold on.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Here's a picture of their parents. They look like a lovely couple. They look like a lovely couple. Don't you think? Yes, they will televise it. They will televise it. Also, I'll show you. It is sad. It is sad that, I mean, they've put his parents through this. This is the security. I mean, just a kind of a detail of the security, you know, for this area. Let's go back to that video and we will see. Damn, that's really sad. Hold on.
You do it. You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Yep. Watch this. For those of you just joining, this is a video of Bryan
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bryan?
getting ready for his 3:30 appearance.
You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Thank you, Jenny, for that. It's interesting. I think he looks bigger too.
You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
They got a lot of security, a lot of cameras. This just happened. Just happened.
How are you feeling?
I'm looking for more.
Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan. Why did you do it? How are you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? Last time in Pennsylvania, Bryan.
The court appearance is at 3:30. He does have a bulletproof vest on. Hello, dear. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? I hear Bullhorn Betty, but I want to see if you could.
Compared to what?
To the video side.
How are you feeling?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can do that in just a second. That's Eastern time. That's Eastern time. What is it, honey? What'd you say?
It sounds like you can hear Bullhorn Betty.
No, that's not Bullhorn Betty.
How are you feeling?
Yeah. Thank you for becoming a member, Corky. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll try to send it to you in just a little bit. Thank you, dear. Bye-bye. Yeah, Betty's stuck at the airport right now. She's stuck at the airport. I cannot believe this video.
How are you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? Last time in Pennsylvania, Bryan.
I mean, guys, we got to remember, he's only 28 years old. Only 28. He's young. Now,
NBC News has learned from 2 law enforcement officials that forensic genealogy played a role. That's the DNA of his extended family, but beyond that, we don't know much more. And the motive at this point remains a mystery.
watch this.
Stephanie, thank you very much. What Jason Lamar is the public defender representing Bryan Kohberger at today's hearing. Has visited his client 4 times since his arrest.
It's low.
Lamar, good morning to you. You have a busy day ahead of you. First of all, just quickly, what do you expect to happen today at the hearing?
I expect Bryan to be brought into courtroom 1, and he's likely to sign the extradition paperwork.
And you've visited with him several times. You've made a point to say you have not talked to him or tried to talk to him about the substance of the charges against him. What has his demeanor been like? What has his mood? What have you observed from those multiple interactions in the last few days?
He's being very calm. He's very aware. He understands the proceedings. I did discuss with him what to expect in the upcoming days on his transport, as well as what to expect when he actually returns to Idaho and is likely in front of a magistrate or a judge there.
I recognize you're being careful because you're handling this procedural matter. You're not the person who will be defending him at trial, presumably. But has he reacted to the charges at all? One can imagine him being accused of something like this and saying, wait, where did this come from? Why are they coming after me? Have you seen any kind of that behavior from him?
All right, let's go back to that video. Look at this. This is his parents. I'll show you guys. That's his parents. Mr. and Mrs. Kohberger. They look like very sweet people. Are you ready to go to Idaho? She said, are you ready to go to Idaho? You better be ready. Because he's going. He's definitely going. Bryan Enton. I want to see it. Senseless, guys. did not have to do this, but his compulsions. 3:30 Eastern. Yeah, they just look like a sweet old couple. And they say his sister's very nice too.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You want something in Pennsylvania, Bryan?
How are you feeling? I mean, who truly cares how you're feeling? He has no feeling. Bingo, Lex. Bingo. This may take his mom and dad's life, to be honest. Imagine the stress.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan?
Correct, Cammy.
Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it?
3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. He looked taller. Yeah, let's notice his height again.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan?
Yeah, he's about 6 feet, isn't he?
Idaho? Why did you do it? You want something in Pennsylvania, Bryan?
6 feet? Don't y'all think? And I'll be at work again. Damn it. I'm sorry. Jesse, I pick up my kids at 3. I hope to be home at 3:30. I will be sliding in at 3:30, and I'm going to do my absolute best. I may even pick up my kids like 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early to hopefully get home quicker. Yeah, I don't give a crap how he's feeling either.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho?
He's wearing a red uniform. Look, they got a gun out. Rifle.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you
It's supposed to be a televised. Take snapshot of profile, match it to the guy at the memorial. People's been asking me that. Let's see here.
How you feeling?
I don't know. It's not a very good one, but did I save it? Okay. Perfect.
How you feeling?
All right, let's try.
Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You want something in Pennsylvania, Bryan? How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan?
All right.
Go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You want something in Pennsylvania, Bryan?
What?
How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Crop.
Okay. Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan. Okay. Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan?
It's so hard to see.
Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Crop. I want to crop this one.
Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan. Okay.
I don't think it's him. Watch this.
Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho?
I don't think so.
You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Let's see the comments. Idaho. Hello. Good. How are you?
How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Yes, I'm on air. Yep. Sorta. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready
Uh-huh.
to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania, Bryan.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do it? How you feeling? How you feeling, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? You outside of Pennsylvania,
300
Bryan.
mile trip. Of course, you're going to get your car serviced because he's going to drive back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. I don't think the car being serviced is anything. And I think his dad, he may have manipulated his dad a month or two ago of saying, hey, come out here, before Christmas, I need, we need to sell this car or something. Who knows what he told him.
Right. Well, and and the other thing, and I hate to say this as a parent, because as parents we want to be perfect, but it's kind of like those two parents that are being charged right now for their son's shooting. You don't see the evil in your children. You look at the world and you blame, society and video games and look at the way everybody is,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't pinpoint, that this could be something bad.
Right.
You just think they're like everybody else. They're the rebel child. How many rebel childs has there been in the history of the U.S.? Millions.
Right.
How many school shooters? A dozen. You don't automatically assume that your child did this horrible thing because that's possible.
How you feeling?
Sure.
It just doesn't happen.
Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it?
Sorry, I'm I wrote some notes, but now I can't even think straight. My mom is been following this because she does nothing, and she's one of those parents that watch news 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got a lot of this stuff up there in Idaho, but
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan?
she said something that I thought was amazing. She said, because he wanted to be the smartest man in the room. Everybody says that.
Mm-hmm.
And this teacher that he had, was a BTK specialist or whatever. He wanted to be the student that taught the teacher. Now he wants to be the one that is so smart that the teacher's studying him and trying to pick his brain. I don't think that he's looking for a motive. I think he wanted the perfect prize.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that
Someone's saying something.
I'm so sorry.
Someone.
That's it. Well,
How you feeling?
Hello? I don't know what that was.
How you feeling?
Look what this person just said on. Never mind. I don't want to spread it because I don't know. Never mind. He will be in Idaho tonight. Yep. Yep.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Are you ready to go to Idaho?
I'm looking for anything else coming in right now.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? Last time in Pennsylvania, Bryan.
I don't think it's him. Am I in a cellar? No. I'm not in a cellar. Did the one lady ask how he was feeling? Yeah. I'd be yelling right in hell. I'm sure he's going to get some of those. 3:30 today in Pennsylvania. Well, I can tell you he's never had a relationship in 10 years.
How you feeling? How's it going, Bryan? Why did you do it? Are you ready to go to Idaho? Why did you do it? Last time in Pennsylvania.
Look what's trending. Bryan Kohberger, Bryan Christopher Kohberger. Funding for up to 50 cases he worked. His family looked really sweet. That's his mom and dad. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off now. Justin, I appreciate your due diligence, hard work, and coverage on this case. It absolutely wowed so many emotions. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate your support. It means a lot. We're going to see, will they show him coming out? Yes, they should show him coming out. Absolutely. He's got an older sister, yes. Yes, one sister. She's 3 years older. Could he be a patsy? No. No. I should be live at 3:30 on the dot, maybe 5 minutes till. Justin, FaceTime me at 2:30, and you can watch and listen while you are in the pickup line. Aw. Thank you, dear. It's supposed to start at 3:30 my time. Thank you all. All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you all. See you guys in a little bit. Much love. God bless. Hit the thumbs up, please. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.